Alright. We're here. We are grocery shopping. Something every single human being must do on a regular basis is grocery shop. Unless you live in some kind of a farm or tribe situation where they don't have my hummus. That's alright. Go with spicy hummus. Never tried that. Like I was saying, unless you are in a hunter-gatherer tribe farming situation, then I guarantee that you, my friend, are grocery shopping regularly. Some people, including myself, have hated grocery shopping. It can be annoying, boring, tedious. And I don't know, some people just don't like it. Today, I don't mind it. I had nothing better to do today. I am hungry. Oh, I just realized I ran out of these chlorella vitamins, which is like seaweed vitamins that my grandmother usually gets me, and I don't know where she gets them. Maybe she orders them on the internet, so I can't buy them here. The other thing they don't have at this particular store is bean veggie burgers. I really like the taste of bean veggie burgers. I don't know what kind of beans they use, but I like the taste. But they don't sell them here, which is very strange because they sell almost everything at this specific location of Safeway. Maybe I shouldn't say the name. Who cares? What difference does it make if I say a name? I just don't want Safeway to think that I'm not enjoying myself here at their fine business. Because I am somewhat enjoying this. People, what do I need? I'm thinking we go with the basics and some of this non-alcoholic Guinness. Tastes like regular Guinness without the hangover. Alright? Best of both worlds. And what else? How about some nuts? You know what I've been doing lately? I've been getting chocolate covered almonds as if it's as healthy as eating almonds. You still get the protein, but the chocolate, I don't know if it's the same, you know? It's a lot of sugar. I've convinced myself that it's just as healthy though. Isn't it amazing what we can delude ourselves into thinking? Just amazing. Avocados, otherwise known as acavados. It's the funny way of saying it. And since we're in the vegetable area, I fancy myself a broccoli eater. Quite proud of the fact that I eat broccoli. Most people don't. And it's high in protein. That's what I've been told. Broccoli. What else do you want to see? It's just your regular, everyday grocery store. We got fellow Canadians out here buying Canadian food. We're supposed to be switching to Canadian products because of the taxes that the American government is putting on our stuff. I don't know if people are really doing it. I don't even know if it will do anything. These taxes, these tariffs, are coming anyway, it sounds like, and I don't think people changing their shopping habits is gonna change the economy very much. But what do I know? I think I got 59% in economics in college, so not a very good grade. I remember having to call the dean of the program that I was in, computer program, and tell him that he should let me stay in the computer program even though I almost failed economics. You weren't allowed to have below a 60 in anything to stay in my program. I guess I could have retaken it, but I just remember calling or emailing him and saying, "Sir, I'm begging you. I'll try harder next time." And he let me. What a nice guy. Alright, we've got butter. Oh, yogurt. Yes. So glad I remembered yogurt. Yogurt's a hard choice. Like, what flavor of yogurt? I feel like cherry is good, but it's in everything. So it's kind of a boring choice. Strawberry, you got your strawberry jam. So it's also kind of a boring choice. Yogurt gives you the option of getting any fruit mixed in. It's kind of an opportunity to try something that you normally wouldn't be eating. I think I'm going to go with peach. I don't eat peaches very much. Let's go with peach yogurt, folks. Just like that, I think we're done. That was one of the fastest shopping trips a guy could ever take. Here we go. We're at the self-checkout. What do you think of self-checkout? Is it antisocial? Maybe, but it's pretty fast.
Welcome. Please scan your first item.
I remember when self-checkout started, everyone was worried it would replace all the jobs. Hasn't really happened though. At least not all of them.
Key in the item's code or look up item.
Okay. Broccoli doesn't have... How did it know that was broccoli? Maybe I hit broccoli. Alright, moving along. Moving along. Sometimes I get looks from people when I'm filming, and I have no way of knowing if this is what they're thinking, but I think that they're thinking a blogger or a vlogger. Gross. Fuck the vloggers. I don't know if that's what they're thinking though. I really don't. It's like the stare. Sometimes you get the stare of it seems like an anti-videotaping things stare. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. Oh, thank you. Didn't see that.
Alistair, just know those bags. Jen wants them done.
Select payment type. Key in total number of bags used and touch enter.
Brought my own bag.
Select payment type.
One more good deed for the environment. And I've paid. That's it. That's how you grocery shop.
I'm sorry. I don't know again. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Have it.
You cannot put the soft items at the bottom of the bag. That's one thing I learned when I was 5 years old. Still true to this day. They will get squished. Seems like common sense, but a lot of people do it. Thank you. So, just like that, we're leaving the grocery store. Guess that's all I wanted to film. Not really supposed to be filming and driving. I mean, I could. Hell, let's do something crazy and film while we drive. You know what I mean? don't think it's illegal. Lots of people have cameras in their cars. Question is, where do I put the camera? I need one of those mounts. I need a mount. I have a feeling the camera's gonna fall off. Live on the edge, they say. Live dangerously. Drive slowly so the camera doesn't fall, they say. People tell me. Okay, seatbelts. Whoa, almost forgot about that. Seatbelt would be illegally driving. Forget the camera. Oh, see? Speed bump. Yeah, all the YouTubers are vlogging and driving. This is something I've noticed. This is not unprecedented. This is not the first time someone has driven and filmed. So it's a nice sunny day in Calgary, Alberta here. Town I grew up in. I just wrote a Facebook comment about open micers that breathe into the microphone. So now I'm being extra careful not to breathe into my microphone since I was a shithead and criticizing people publicly about doing it. I really believe in that though. I think that it's just a matter of courtesy that you learn how to use a microphone properly if you're going to attempt stand-up comedy. Oh, here we got some crosswalkers. Crosswalkers, don't run into me. Alright, done the right thing, folks. Stopped for the pedestrians. This guy's using it to his advantage to cross the road. Pretty smart move on the car's part. We got a biker as well. These are all the things you have to do when you're driving legally. You don't want to be a distracted driver just because you have a video camera on your dashboard. But I think this is way better than texting. You know how many people text and drive? Thousands and millions. Oh, we're moving over, folks. Moving over. That was an aggressive lane change, but the guy let me in. Or girl, I don't know what it is. I've never had road rage. That's something that I'm really grateful for. I dated a girl that had road rage. Don't want to gossip, so I won't say her name, but she knows who she is. And she's gonna hit someone with a hockey stick one day, I can tell. I used to tell her, it's not good for you. It's not good for your mental health to be raging at random people you don't know on the road. She couldn't help it though. She just hated inconsiderate mergers. It's like, just speed up if you're gonna merge. Something I think she would have said. Yeah. Okay, there's a car coming, so I cannot turn right now, even though I want to. Alright, here we go. Here we go. There we go, folks. Oh, yeah. Saw that coming. Saw that coming. The old slidey phone trick. So back to the microphone breathing thing. The thing is, just to defend my position a little bit, I've been to a lot of open mics, comedy open mics, in Toronto, Calgary, all over, and New York, and I truly believe that California, now I'm trying to think of all the open mics I've been to, and we got more sliding, folks. This is becoming a little bit distracted driving. I'm not gonna lie. This is now a bit of a danger to society. Yeah, the open mics. So what happens is you get someone that wants to do stand-up comedy. That's awesome. They want to express themselves. They think that they can bring joy to others by making them laugh. And that part is all good. And then what happens is you get up on stage and you don't, it's like you can't perceive how loud you should talk. That's one thing that happens. And so you put the mic, you put the microphone too close to your face, and sometimes it's a bit loud, for one thing. You're kind of like, you're peaking the mic because you're peaking the mic, you know. You're sending airwaves into the microphone, and then it pops. The mic will pop if you blow on it. And then the other thing that happens is comedy's interesting because some people do this thing where they'll laugh, right? They'll laugh at their own joke, and sometimes it's an automatic response, like you're saying something funny, you know it's funny, you wrote it down, so you're gonna laugh once in a while. And then other comedians will not laugh, so they don't step on their own joke, as in they give the audience some room to laugh. So I kind of like that style. Like, if you can not laugh as much as possible, then the audience is gonna laugh. So that's better. You want them to laugh versus you laughing. But I get, if you laugh at the joke, it triggers the audience to know, like, oh, this is a time I can laugh. The comedian is laughing. And so when you're in the audience, sometimes you need that a little bit of leadership. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? Do you want me to heckle you? Do you want me to answer your questions? Like, if part of your comedy act is asking rhetorical questions, sometimes the audience is thinking, I should answer this question. I don't know if this is a rhetorical question. And then there's some comedians that are actually doing crowd work, so they literally want you to answer the question. So it's hard to know as an audience when you're supposed to laugh, when you're supposed to talk, when you're supposed to shut the fuck up, because it's a show, you know, and you're in the audience, you don't have the microphone, that kind of thing. So it's tricky. And so the comedians sometimes will laugh as a signal, like, haha, this is the part where you laugh. We're all laughing. And inevitably, what happens when a comedian without much experience laughs into a microphone is it pops. Because when you laugh, you're blowing air. That's what laughing is. Ha! And the microphone will pop and fuzz and freak out, and it's a really annoying sound. And so I made this comment on Facebook on some comedy group. It's all like open micers, and mostly open micers just talking shit about comedy and putting up advertisements for their upcoming shows and stuff like that. It's an interesting group to be in because you get to see what these people are thinking when they're not on stage, and some of them are batshit crazy, which I kind of like. I like a crazy comedian because they take the most chances, you know. Like, a lot of the really legendary comedians have been risk takers in that They don't give a shit what people think about what they're doing. And sometimes they don't even care if people are laughing. Or I should say it this way. Sometimes they don't care why they're laughing. Like, you might say a joke, and you think, when you say a joke on stage, you kind of think the concept here is they're laughing at the words that are coming out of my mouth. But not necessarily true, because sometimes the audience is just laughing at the fact that you have the balls, the courage, if you're a girl, to act and do the things that you're doing. So it has nothing to do with the words that are coming out of your mouth. I can think of one guy that was on this show, Kill Tony, and he didn't say anything. He just got on stage and looked around and made funny eyebrow movements, and it was hilarious. But my point is, he didn't say anything, and the audience loved it. The audience thought it was hilarious. Kind of like a mime, I guess, has the same effect. Like, they're not saying anything, so if you laugh at a mime, why are you laughing? Well, they're being funny. You know, there's physical comedy. So, back to the open mic scene in Toronto or Calgary. What I've noticed is that sometimes the audiences are laughing because the comedian is so either awkward or neurotic or even bad at like joke writing. So like the concepts that they're coming up with are so bad and or strange, and they so maybe they're just laughing about that. Oh, it is really dark in here. Oh, the AE lock is on. I was wondering what AE lock was, and now I know. It doesn't adjust the brightness. Sorry about that. Anyway, so a little spiel about comedy here. Oh, the microphone was in my hand, not on my shirt. Speaking of handling mics properly. So, yeah, that's what's going on when you see open mic comedy or amateur comedy, is sometimes the audiences kind of like to see the awkward failure, and they think it's funny that someone is either nervous on stage or that their idea of what's funny isn't that funny. Like, their sense of humor is kind of off, and yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you can laugh for any reason. You don't have to laugh because of the words in the joke. So there's nothing stopping an audience from reacting to something that they find hilarious when the performer isn't intentionally doing it to be funny. That's kind of why autistic people often come across as funny, because they're doing things that are either antisocial, like socially awkward, or they have a worldview that's interesting and sometimes funny. And so I've seen a lot of audiences laugh at autistic people just because of the way they're behaving. And I don't know if that's right or wrong. I mean, you're laughing at someone's issues. You're laughing at what's handicapping them, technically. But that's comedy, baby. That's the name of the game. That's the sport. That's the business. If it gets a laugh, you're doing something right. And so I will echo the sentiments of the post that I commented on, which is, if you're doing open mic comedy and you suck at it and you don't even realize that you suck at it because you can't really perceive why the audience is laughing, and you're getting laughs, but they might not be the right laughs. They might be laughing at you and not with you. And I will echo the guy that made the post, which is, that's fine. You don't have to quit comedy just because of that. Not everyone's good at everything. And if it brings you joy to try to make people laugh, then keep doing it. I see nothing wrong with that. My point was just, do not blow into the microphone, because it's annoying as fuck. And it's not gonna help you get more laughs. I guarantee you, no one finds blowing into the microphone funny. So yeah, that's it. I have grocery shopped, folks. I feel productive. Some days I do literally nothing all day. Today, I did one thing. I shopped. Peace.